So the assignment for today has been to find our assigned chapter and perform a speech over a few key points that we find very important. My chapter was chapter 7, and it discussed the basic information for all types of interviews. Whenever you first think of an interview, a lot of times people think of the common interviews, which is one interviewer and one interviewee. But this is not always the case. Here I have listed the most common types of interviews. So we have counseling interviews, employment interviews, exit interviews, grievance interviews, and group interviews. But the one that I found unusually important is going to be the interrogation interviews, because this is what I'm doing for my career. I am a criminal justice major with a minor in psychology, and I plan on being a criminal analyst. Interviews should begin the interview by discussing the topic of interest, with most questions being open-ended. There's usually an offense at stake, so these questions are very important, and so are the answers. So typically there is one interviewer and one interviewee, but that's not always the case. So for panel interviews, there are going to be more interviewees than the interviewer, which is a lot of times looked at as focus groups. But there are broad interviews as well, which is the flip side. More interviewees or interviewers than interviewees, which is also going to be an example by hearings by the Senate. The biggest thing to do is be prepared. You can do a lot of different things that I've listed here to be prepared. You can practice